Hi, Grandma. It's Nico.
Oh, hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Just fine. Did you get my a little note?
No, I did not.
You didn't. I sent you a note to your Pike Street address.
Oh, I didn't get it yet. No.
Okay. Well, you'll get it. I hope. Yeah. It's just on some mountain work climbing that they're doing around here at the state parks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll keep my eye out.
Okay, yeah, well, I thought of you, and I'm sure it's not as strenuous as you do, but I thought maybe you'd be interested in it, so I thought I'd send it to you.
Okay, thank you, Grandma. Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have some time to talk about our book club?
You mean now?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, sorry, I've been pretty busy with mountaineering.
Yeah, that's what the folks said. They said you were, busy with different groups the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Well, it's good weather, and you have to take advantage of it.
Right, and yeah, today's my day off, so I have got some time here, and I want to talk about this book because I finished it like a week ago, and I don't want to forget about it.
Okay, I'm going to get my notes.
Okay.
But keep on talking. I'll get my notes.
Okay. Yeah. How has your week been? Your weekend? How was your weekend?
Well, I don't know. I've been bothered with sinuses, so I took some Zantrac or whatever that is, and I took. I'm trying to not get anything. Come down with anything. And I do feel better. I felt better yesterday, and I feel better today. So it's a praise item, and I'm hoping tomorrow will be better yet.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better.
How's work going?
Work has been pretty good. I am kind of just wrapping up a lot of the projects that I've started.
Do they know you're lapping up?
No, not yet. I'm gonna tell them probably in a weekish.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a couple interviews today for some companies.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and
Great.
I think they went pretty well. Hopefully I get an offer here soon.
Okay. So you think maybe something will materialize?
I think I had really good conversations today with the interviewers, so
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the best, but
Good.
Yeah, it was
You
pretty
gotta be
fun.
positive, Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had an interview with Boeing and another construction consulting company. So
Ooh.
it was pretty cool talking with the hiring people because these are like second round interviews, a little more technical. But yeah, I mean, it's there's a couple good prospects that I think I would definitely like to work at, which is exciting.
Would they be in Seattle or Portland or?
These are both jobs in Portland.
Okay. Very good. Well, that's great news. Great news.
Yeah, thank you.
We're beginning to have a few backup sunny days in a row here at Columbus.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we haven't had many, but now we're beginning to have some.
Right. Yeah,
so,
it's been.
I got my book. Where were we?
I think we were about half-ish way. I don't really remember.
Did Bosch get shot yet?
Bosch? Yeah, so I think that's kind of where it left off. Bosch had just gotten shot, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna try to find out.
Were you surprised that he got shot?
Yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere, I think. because there wasn't a lot of action really leading up to this, and then it kind of happened.
No, there wasn't.
Right, it happened like in one chapter. He was like
Yeah.
staking out the dude, and it kind of all just
Right.
happened quick.
Mm-hmm.
So it was exciting, but it just seemed a little too quick, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think he brought it on us too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was slow going about everything else.
Right, yeah. Talking to all of these different leads, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it seems pretty slow, but yeah.
Well, now, aren't they looking for in the box of souvenirs
Yes.
that was in the dumpster?
Yeah, I think, okay, we haven't talked about this part yet, where Bosch remembered that he was like thinking, like, why did he have this one box in here, and like, why was he dumping stuff? Or he just thought more about the situation, was like, oh, he was probably getting rid of things.
Yeah.
So then they went to go check for the other dumpsters, right? And then that's when they found
Yeah.
the other box. And then they opened up like new investigations, trying to find, like, link those specific items and souvenirs that this serial killer had to different
Correct.
cases, right?
Correct. Including the bracelet, you know.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the ID bracelet?
Right. It was cool to that, like
It's amazing how much more they could do at this time than they could do 10, 15 years ago.
yeah. I think that was a pretty cool part. It gives like that background into crime investigation, but it's also kind of sad too, because imagine if this technology had existed beforehand, it probably could have led to more arrests. And
Yes, and more of the guilty people coming rather than getting out of it. Just like they blamed this other guy, you know. And
Right.
remember, he you know, the parents said he didn't do anything. My son didn't do anything.
right.
And
Yeah, Ballard,
but
Renee.
he was in jail for years.
Right, Renee Ballard was the one who went to go
Yeah.
talk to that
Her.
family. Right. So that was
Yep.
and
And then, Bosch sort of goes out on his own.
yeah.
He doesn't tell his daughter, and he doesn't tell Ballard where he's going.
Yeah, because it was like kind of a suicide mission, you know.
Yeah.
He finally got it out of Sheila, the ex-manager for the Gallagher family.
Mm-hmm.
He was finally able to like get all of the information out, which to me kind of seems a little fishy, where, you know, she'd kind of been it's like she just gave it to him, you know, and
Yeah.
after all of these years of hiding it.
Yeah, now why did she fess up?
Right. I guess it was like guilty conscience or something, maybe, but
Well, it led Bosch to Key West,
right.
to the houseboat.
Yep.
So what did you think about how the action went down there?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was going to be his like suicide kind of note to like his family, because he was leaving breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
For Renee to come find him.
So that his daughter and Ballard could find where he was.
Right. And
But I think when he found out that guy was the guy that killed the family without compassion or anything.
Right.
He just wanted to settle the score.
Yeah, right. Do you think he was planning to kill the guy that night or no?
I don't think it was very premeditated.
Mm.
Do you?
No, I don't think so either.
Because, he didn't even have a gun. I mean, he used his screwdriver.
Right. I think it was pretty much just he would sacrifice himself to, like, because of the breadcrumbs. Right, yeah. If this guy wasn't going to get got for the Gallagher case, he would get caught for killing Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
So in the end, like, that was his whole play. But then, yeah, something snapped in him when, whatever his name was, the killer, said he killed him without compassion, like you said. Or, like, the kids were looking at him in the eye. Or, yeah, he just snapped.
Yep.
I think
then, Ballard finally found him.
Yeah, in his room.
Key West.
Right.
But he's sick.
Right. Yeah, finding out about his cancer, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that's why he wanted.
So it's sort of like, I thought it was kind of, he's fading, he's riding into the sunset,
Yeah, exactly. And they found those pills in his desk at home that were like fentanyl.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
So he knew he would always put it in his like pocket every day, and if it ever got like too bad, or like he wanted to have the control to kind of like end it himself. Right.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean that's a deep subject, but I think it is up to the person in the end, and if they would want to do that, then that is their choice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Grandma?
Yeah, I don't think that he'll write another book with Bosch and Ballard in it. Do you?
No, probably not.
No, I don't think so either. But I mean, they went to the Gallagher grave and they put the ashes there, so all ended well.
Right. It was kind of like too easy of a wrap-up case. And...
Yeah. I thought his solving the case from all those years ago, I thought once the other thing was over, I thought it went so fast. How he solved it, Didn't you think?
Yeah, right. Like, how is it so easy to kind of link these pieces together?
We do have technology, but it just seems he got all the right answers and everything went together.
Yeah,
so,
like it was solved within like a couple weeks, right? Or a couple months within him coming back.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, how do you feel? How are the police out in Seattle? I mean, are they kind of? Well, he said, they didn't handle certain things too quickly.
Yeah.
Do you feel that is still going on?
Yeah, I think definitely in any law enforcement, there's like politics. I mean, anywhere you go, there's politics, right? But I think...
Well, any place where there's power.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. And I guess that was what was kind of cool about the book, where you're getting to see like the behind the scenes of how things get done. Like when Renee had to go over to that creep Judge's house and like persuade
Yeah.
him to get whatever it was, like a search
subpoena
warrant.
or whatever.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
that's probably happens, you know.
Yeah, although it was interesting. I think it causes anybody that is wanting to, it makes them think, hey, I better be very, very careful if I'm going to plan a murder, because they have so many investigating tools today which they didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And I better be really smart or they're going to find me.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. What is your final verdict, do you think?
I wasn't too pleased with it.
No.
I thought it would have more action.
Yeah. I wasn't know what to expect, but it felt like there was cool action, but it was only like the shootout and then and then the night where he confronted him. That was pretty much it.
But I read quite a few of his other books, and some of them have a lot of action in them. And I just took for granted when I saw his name. I thought, oh well, he did a new one, and
Right.
And I was a little disappointed that it didn't move a little faster.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, but yeah, it was a little slow.
Yeah. So, what's next?
What is next? Do you've got any on your list, or should we try to find another one, a new one?
Well, I got. They had a section in the Sunday paper of books, that people are reading, And I didn't find, we said we'd like something in China or in the Orient about history.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I couldn't. There's. I think all the writers that did that are dead, But did you ever read Shogun?
I did. Have you read it?
I did too, but I read it many, many years ago.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it? I mean, I could. It would be a long one, but I would be down to read it again.
You think you would?
Yeah.
I don't really remember anything about it.
Okay, yeah, I read it maybe 3 years ago, right when I first started working out here.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of has been a long time, but yeah, I could definitely like skim it, and I don't think it would hurt to read again, because I had such a fun time reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Who wrote it? Was it James Carville or
Henry Cavill? No, wait, I have it right here. One sec. Oh wait, you're right. James Clavell.
Okay.
James Clavell.
Okay.
This is it's a big one. Almost 12.
Yeah, it is.
1,200 pages.
But the thing is, it's I'm sure it's available in paperback too.
Yeah, I actually have the paperback, so.
Okay.
I will.
Good.
Yeah, no, this would be fun to read again.
Okay.
I'll
go out. I'll look for it.
Okay. Yeah.
And get it in paperback, and I'll begin reading.
Yeah, and then because it's a little longer, this might take us, a couple months to get through talking about it.
Oh, sure. And Nico, don't feel anything, I gotta call Grandma and I've got to look.
No, I do want to.
When it fits into your schedule, I know you have a lot of things in the fire. And when are you planning to go where were you going to go with Kayla? To that uh, little town and camp out?
Oh yeah, that's actually this coming weekends for Memorial or whatever holiday we've
Oh,
got. Yeah.
okay. Okay, I should have surmised that. I didn't.
Yeah, I
Well,
actually.
I hope the weather cooperates and all.
It's looking good so far, so that's promising. And
Well, I should.
yeah, we're going to a town in eastern Oregon called Bend. It is like a ski town. There's a lot of rock climbing, a lot of hiking. So just like a very outdoorsy town with like breweries and a cool downtown area with parks and stuff.
Oh, that'll be nice to get away.
Yeah.
Are any
Yeah.
of your other friends going besides you and Kayla?
No, it's just gonna be us two. It's kind of our anniversary.
Oh, good.
Yeah, our
Well,
anniversary
have a
trip.
brew for me.
Oh yeah, definitely will.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, you take care.
Well,
I
Grandma.
thank you a lot, and
No, it's
I
okay.
pray for your success. I mean, not monetarily, yes, but happy success. You know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I know. Do you gotta go? I want to tell you a little bit more about my mountaineering, if that's okay.
Oh, sure, sure. I didn't want to keep you.
Oh no, I'm okay right now. But yeah, the past 2 weekends, I'm on a mountaineering team. There's probably about 12 of us, half instructors and half students. And every Sunday we have these outings, right, where we go out into the mountains and practice what we were learning and teaching the students on Wednesday.
I remember you were one of the instructors in not time.
Yeah, I was. I did run that station towards the beginning. But now we have kind of broken up to exclusively work with our teams. And for each outing, we had gotten like reserved a cabin through Airbnb for the whole weekend. So that's why I've been busy on Saturdays and Sundays now. So that's why I wasn't able to call.
Oh, well, that's goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness. And the weather has cooperated for all this?
Yeah, for the most part, it has. It's been really nice lately, actually, which has been super fun. But,
I saw a picture that the folks shared with me over the weekend, and you look so happy. You really did. A big smile on your face, you really look great.
Yeah, I love it. So,
Wow.
yeah, these past 2 weekends, we were in the Tatoosh mountain range, it's called. It's a mountain range that is south of Mount Rainier. And we had been there last year for the same outings, but I was able to do a couple more mountains and check them off my list because there's about 10-ish mountains in this range, and last year I did 2 of them, but this year I was able to do Eagle and Chutla in one day, and also Wampanoag the next day, and then I did Unicorn too this past Saturday, which was probably my favorite climb outside of Mount Rainier so far. It was just probably one of the best days of the year so far, weather-wise, and I was also with a really fun group of students and people that were wanting to be out there just to be out there.
You were with some people that enjoyed what you were doing.
Oh yeah,
right.
Definitely. Because I have so our class is just on Sundays, but our Saturdays are kind of like, if you want to go climbing, go climbing because we already have a cabin for the weekend. So we kind of invite other students to be like, hey, if you're going, if you want to come, we're going. So it kind of is like up to the students to go if they wanted to. And actually,
and it's not compulsory for them.
Right. Which, what I'm finding out is that's the whole reason for this club and to be in this club, to just enjoy the mountains with your friends and just have a good time. It's not about the summiting. It's not about, getting the hardest climbs or the hardest routes. It's just about having fun. And it was a really, really fun group. And yeah, I just had a great time this weekend.
Well, now, you've done about 4 of these peaks in this range, right?
Yeah, yep.
Or have you done 5?
I have done Eagle. So I did Eagle last year as well. But so Eagle, Chutla, Wapaneo, Castle last year, and then Unicorn. So I've done 5 of the 10. But they say that Unicorn is probably the hardest one. It's the tallest one of all of them, and requires rock climbing at the top. So it's like about 2.5 mile hike in to the base of this rock. And it's called Unicorn because there's a very pronounced rock face that you can see from like Mount Rainier parking lot. And that's why it's called the Unicorn. But yeah, it involved rock climbing, and I love rock climbing, so it just felt like a great way to put my rock climbing skills to the test, because it's kind of like what I've been working towards for the past couple years.
Well, now, when you would go on the Unicorn, is there a certain path that you must take, or can you decide depending on your skill?
That's a great question, Grandma, because yes, there are different paths to go up. You already knew it. So because it's like a big rock, there's pretty much one way up to the base of the rock, if that makes sense. You kind of like go around this gully and you hit it from the south side. But when you get to the actual rock, there are 4 different routes. And then on the left side of the rock, it's a little bit harder. Like there's like a roof section, which means that the rock kind of covers you, so you have to like climb up and over it. But the farther you get to the right, it turns into more of a scramble, it's called. And scrambling is kind of crawling up rock, but not climbing. But it still involves your full range of motion and your full body. So we were able to set up 2 different ropes, right, so that we're all doing it safely. But there was the hard route and the easier route. And I was able to do the harder route.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Oh, good.
Yeah.
You tested yourself. Well, that was very good.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm like figuring out too. Like, I'm gonna do it again probably at some point. And I was telling Christo, I called him earlier today, and I was like, dude, I just did this really fun climb, and I'm gonna take you up there someday. And because I've done it before, and I know the path. I have like a GPS track. I can literally follow my own steps that I already did. And because
that's good.
Right, and because
and you can kind of guide him.
Yeah. And that's why it's like I'm sharing the rock climbing with him, because, and it seems like he's liking it, but that is pretty much what it's for. Like, you're constantly working towards this goal, and you got to be able to to rock climb at the top of this mountain when you're really tired. You know, it was super hot out, and you're walking on snow all day with the sun blasting you from both directions, you know, the reflection off the snow. And you're just exhausted, and you need to make sure you're staying hydrated, that you're eating. And when you get to the parts where it is a little bit more intensive, that you still have a clear mind and are able to do everything safely. And that's what it all kind of boils down to. It's not about the summit, it's about getting back home safely and having a good time. But yeah, it was definitely a great weekend.
Oh, I'm so glad. Do you think you would have found this if you would have stayed here in Columbus?
Grandma, what mountains am I going to climb in Ohio?
What?
What mountains am I going to... What mountains are there in Ohio to climb?
None.
Yeah.
But, really, you need to go where it's a challenge for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun just doing it for fun. Not that you don't want to do it for fun, but you want something that challenges you, correct?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And it's more about the process. And the journey than the summit, than the peak, than the view. Obviously, those views are amazing, but it's not really what it's about for me. And you're right.
You
you're right.
take a lot of pictures.
I do have a lot of pictures, and I'll try to send some. I took a lot of video because I got a nicer camera this past year. So I'm going through all that footage, and maybe I'll make a short little video that you can see.
Chuck has said that you do very well in that, you know, that you've done some other videos, and he thinks that, you have a talent in that too. So.
Yeah, that's good to hear, because, I'm not trying to do it for anyone. It's kind of just, I'm enjoying it, making these memories.
That's important. What they always say, life is so short that don't go through it and, wait until you're 65 and 70 and say, oh, then I'm going to have fun. Because then it's too late. You got to really, not carefree, but you really have to pace yourself, not save everything to when you're old and decrepit. So.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow. Oh, well, this has been a wonderful conversation. I enjoy so much talking to you, Nico. I wish you just the very best, and I know the Lord will be with you and guide you, and that's very important. So I'll go out now and see if I can, but I won't. We'll kind of put it on the back pedal for just a few weeks, because you have a lot of things in the fire, right?
Right, but I'll text you, and we can try to attack this book in like 200-page increments or something.
Okay, yeah. You let me know how far you want to go.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you get the book, and then I'll start reading it again.
Okay, I'll do that. All righty.
All right.
Well, you take care, and have a wonderful weekend.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Grandma. Thanks for talking.
Oh, it was so nice talking to you. Take care. Love you.
All right. I love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.